Okay, thank you. Welcome to the new episode of All That Jazz. I'm your host, Matyash, and I have with me Laïssa Jollivet.
Jollivet.
Merde. Okay. That's all I can do. Laïssa, I can pronounce your name.
Yes,
Yeah. Welcome to the
Laïssa Jollivet.
podcast. Um, I have you on because you are dealing with a new health not a health thing. I don't even understand what it is. So let's go to the very beginning. How did you first discover this organization that you are now a part of?
Yes. So it's made like 3 years old now that I represent the company that we call either consulting experience. I meet them because before I was really aware about what's happened
Mm,
inside the quantum physics, quantum mechanics, but in a natural way, in a human utilization, not in theory. I'm not woman of theory. I'm not woman who is
okay.
liking reading book a lot. No, I really want to experiencing things to understand uh, by myself what things happen and function.
Mm-hmm.
So I was working on this way until the day that I heard about the tachyon particle.
Tachyon.
So yes, tachyon, and it's just only the word of tachyon just sounds to me, and I was okay. I I don't have an idea about what is it, but just I want to try exactly to understand by myself before, and after I will ask for what is it.
Right.
So I did that. So I experienced the tachyon, and what happened for me, it's like I had a kind of thinking, a kind of understanding the world, a kind of talking with people, yes, a kind of raising my children, living, everything. And everything was deleted. And I beginning really a new version. Like I was able to work, to to talk in another way. I was able to have more idea than before. I was able to just implement a big project in few times. I was able to do many new things that before it's not possible because it's not in my inner system.
Mm,
And what I have living during this 3 day of experience is only a lot of visualization, inner journey, connection with the tachyon. And it was really disturbing because I was any referential, because there is any emotion inside the tachyon, there is frequency, any state of mind or vibration or energy, anything that I was able to connect and to understand. So
mm,
it was really a real experience at the beginning, but just I realized that I gained a lot of material change instantly during the experience and after again. And now I am just able to use the tachyon naturally. Not I'm not I don't have to do any protocols, any meditation, any work on myself. The tachyon is just a particle with give the possibility to impact everything.
mm.
So that's that's the point, and that I just decided to share this information because I think that I'm not the only one who want to live this possibility with life to experiment things like in a fluent way, in a bigger way, in a higher way. So yes, so I decided to just promote it.
Mm. So, but now you work with the company, or is
Yes.
it is the
Now, yes.
okay? All right. So it sounds like it changed your life. Your life is
Yeah.
totally different than before. Like, did people
Yeah.
around you notice that you were different?
Oh, people disappear around me, a lot of them.
Disappear? You lost
But
friends?
yeah, a lot of yes, because but it was not really about friends, but it was about people around me, like colleagues, because before I was a social worker, so I was working yes, in organization for, I don't know the word is the exact word in English, but I was working with people who are caring children when they are take off their family.
Right.
So a kind of place of emergency. So it was my life. So I did that during 10 years. And yes, so I was a lot of environment about this life. And I was also a hip hop teacher at
Hip
this
hop
time.
teacher. Oh,
And
interesting.
yes, yes. And just everything that I chose before was in connection about my way of thinking. And because everything changed, just I didn't find the desire to continue to dance like this, to be a teacher, to be a social worker. It's like there was no sense for me, but really
Oh, you
no
just
sense.
overnight you just changed your ambitions and everything about you changed. And I reckon,
Yeah.
was it for the good, for the positive, like you change in a good way?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Because so I decided to just leave my job. And yes, it was really the time to change things, because I was feeling in my gut that this life was not mine, but I was not able to change. And I was not, I didn't get an idea about how. So it's exactly the point why I am did this experience, because I was asking for change, but I was not able to do a big change, just step by step. But for me, step by step, it was not possible. I was looking for something really big and now. So
Hmm.
that's why.
Okay, so this was sounds like a really huge change. So overnight. I mean, three
Yeah,
days. That's it's like 3 full days, like more than 10 hours every day.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yes. It's more about 6 or 7 hours every day. Yes.
Oh, so it's not the full day. Okay.
No, no,
Um,
no. You have to sleep and eat. It's important.
yeah, but have you? I don't know if you ever been to. Have you ever heard of Landmark? I think. Okay, actually, maybe a Landmark is banned in France. Okay, let's not talk about that. It, yeah, the wrong subject. Okay, but okay. So, what is tachyon? Is it tachyon? Is it like a particle? Is it is tachyon?
Yes. In a scientific way, the tachyon particle, so it's a particle, and the specific characteristic is that it's a particle who is traveling faster than the speed of light.
Hmm.
So it's approximately the information that we can find when we type on Google tachyon. And what we will find also, it's the precision that it's an hypothetical particle,
Hypothetical.
because
Oh, it's a
yes,
theory. It's a
hypothetical.
theory. It's a theory.
Yes, it's
Okay.
a theory. Yes, the tachyon was discovered. I don't want to say bullshit, but it was discovered, I think, around the 60s. But before Einstein talked about that, Tesla talked about that too. But around the 60s, the science beginning to allow some discoveries about that. But just because they don't have machine or official machine to measure something who's traveling faster than the speed of light, they can't say that it's existing. They are obligated to say it's an hypothetical. But it's like the quantum, it's like string theory, it's like many
Okay.
possibility we know. Yes.
So it works on a quantum level, basically.
um to understand better, the quantum level existing inside the density, and the tachyon outside the density. So it
Hmm.
just two different levels of experimentation. When the quantum just it is not a scientific explanation. I want to say that before,
Right.
because
Okay.
after people are,
Because
but just to
because in
understand.
science it's a theory. It's not it's a hypothesis. It's not they haven't discovered it yet, basically.
Yes, yes,
Mm.
but there is a lot of physicists who is working on it, and they are agreed to say that okay, it could be more than an hypothesis, because there is many bridge so between the tachyon and the string theory. Also because everything who is traveling the black hole lose energy, vibration, frequency. So even the quantum, when it's just going outside the density, it's not the quantum yet. It's not
Mm.
the same characteristic, it's not the same possibilities. So it's not quantum because the quantum doesn't go faster than the speed of light. So it's something with attest by science. But also the quantum today, it's there is a lot of mystery about the quantum in a scientific way, because they are talk about something specific. But yes, so that's why I prefer experiencing things and have a personal perception with that and be able to use it. Because when you understand something but you can't use it for real, for me there is no sense. But when you don't understand everything but you can use it, it makes more sense for me. It's like a car. I don't have to understand everything happen inside the motor of my car to
Right.
just driving my I just want to drive my car. You
Yeah.
see. but
That
but
makes sense.
the objective with the tachyon is to knowing also what happened inside the motor of your car. It's also to have the mechanic understanding.
Oh, and you learned that in 3 days how to change the motor in your car, basically.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So, and this was developed recently,
Can you repeat?
and this was developed recently, like in the past few years, by somebody that discovered this technique.
Yes, it makes 3 years. 3 years ago that it's beginning a public experience, and 2 years ago before, the man who is created the experiences around that discovered that 2 years before. So it make only 5 years that there is a concrete work about that.
Hmm. Wow. So it's not too old. So maybe that's why not a lot of people know about it. And I guess the
Yes.
marketing is mostly people like you people speaking about it in public is not, they don't have any other marketing.
No.
No.
No, and there is people like 10 years old ago. Yes, 10 years ago. Sorry. There is people who are beginning to work with a sort of tachyon, because they use machines, they use crystal, and they use energy imbued by tachyon particle to just help people in the healing way.
Mm-hmm.
So it exists in Canada, in United States, in France also. But this work is different because it's not to be good, it's not to feel good, it's to just connect directly with this cosmic force and be able to use the benefits of that
Hmm.
by ourselves.
It sounds almost like alien technology, like it's something outside that comes and helps you.
Yes, I can imagine, and I have a lot of people who are telling me, oh, but it's like in Marvel, it's like in science fiction, and the true that true it could be like a science fiction for us, because when you say that, okay, imagine you are in a point A, you want to go in a point Z. The natural human way is to follow all the alphabets, but the Tachyon way is you are beginning to think to the point Z, you already in the point Z.
Wait, teleportation. Wait, are you saying
It's a kind
teleportation
of
is possible?
teleportation inside yourself. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It's exactly
but
that. Yeah,
but it's teleportation inside your soul, kind of like you're changing the mindset really quickly. So it's like instantaneous change. You see it, You imagine it, and then boom, you decide to use the tachyon, and then it changes right away, right?
Yes, exactly. And it's not only about change your mind or change your mindset, it's about the result you obtain because of this change. And the tachyon it's allowed us to connect with a higher level of consciousness to the material world that we are all living, and really to create a bridge, an instant bridge, and not to stay stuck in their belief or limitation or matrix or everything, because the tech can go faster, everything of that. The encodage of the matrix, the belief, the limitation, it's all about the creation of our brain. It's our brain who's created that, and our brain can create that not faster than the speed of light. So when we use the tachyon, we just have to continue to stay in movement, to doing a lot of action, and just to continue our life, to enjoy our life. We don't have to do any protocols, anything, to be just focused like, where is the tachyon? Where is the tachyon? No, just the tachyon is there, and you just allowed to follow your life without all your limitation and belief and everything, because we are not here to experiment limits or belief or working on ourselves. Oh, for me there is no sense now, because before I was really fond of personal development, but now I'm not, because I understand that it's not my life. I'm not here to work and work and work. I'm here to enjoy many things, to create things, to, yes, to do a lot of
Mm.
things with other people.
Are you saying that it bypasses personal development, so you don't have to um, like slowly work on it, like you work to change your personality? You can change it, but are you saying with Tachyon, you change, if you're an introvert, you can change right away to extrovert if you want to, like right away, boom, like this?
Yeah.
Wow, this is this science would scratch their head, would be like, what is going on?
Yes, yes, yes. And
Wow. So
yes, during the workshop, people are really, sweet. I don't know the name in, in English, but they are. It's hard for our brain. It's a military rhythm, because it's not. Um, yes, it's we to experiment something something deep, but we have to be a kind of warrior to do that, because our brain can just explode and.
so it's hard for some people.
Yes, it's
Okay,
not for everybody.
so let's
Definitely.
go into what so you said it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
I think Landmark says that as well. Okay, so if it's not for, it's not for people that are depressed, right?
No, no, oh, it's for all. I beginning with, like, not for who is not, but for who is it, because it's more simple to catch.
Yeah.
It's for people who are really motivated to change, and the fact is, it's not everybody. That's
Yes.
all. And sometimes people believe that they want to change, but for example, they choose to do a therapy. And therapy is what? It's talking about your trouble, looking your trouble, looking something around your trouble, looking for the origin of your trouble. It's like you are just feed your trouble,
It's
and you
slow.
stay inside that.
It's very slow. It's very slow. Yeah.
It's very slow, because you are like this and like this, and because you are not really ready to leave that. Because when I talk with some people and I say to them, okay, just, do you know that you can leave this situation right now? And at this time, because they feel when I talk with them that, okay, I think she's right, I have to think about it, and they told me, okay, I think that I can't, and really, I don't want, because they feel, and because of that, after they are able to take another decision and to say, okay, now I am ready to change. But it's just because people are it's a habit to stay in a slowly way of changing, but because we are not ready to change. So
Hmm.
yes, so the tachyon is only for people who really want to change. They don't want to keep their trouble. They don't want to keep their, everything they are
Right.
bringing since many years.
What if somebody is depressed but wants to change?
Alors, sorry, I speak in French. So it's possible, but it's really depend of the person. So it's a part of my job. My job is to spread the information about the tachyon, but also to be sure that people who are interested about that are able to join this workshop. So I always take a time to discuss with the person, with the people, and just to feel. There is some people who are in real the depression, and they are in depression because they don't want to find an exit, because is they are um, they are comfortable in their pain. There are many people who are comfortable in their pain. It is not a judgment, because I really already experiment that during many years. So that's why
Right.
I can understand why we want to stay stuck in our pain. But there is also people who are just throwing this state of emotion, but because they need to go beyond, and it's not the same place. And this type of person, they are feeling depression, but they know that it's just a way, because they are looking for, if they are looking for an exit. So this kind of people, yes, of course, they can join, and they can just leave everything.
Okay. So it's probably not also for people that are like mentally ill um or anything like that. If they have some kind of um problems with their brain chemistry, let's say, do you think that
Mhm.
Tachyon can help them still? Like change the body chemistry of your brain?
Yes, yes, it could help also. But yes, it's all time. It depends all time of the person, because it depends why the person got that, what happened, what is his way of thinking. It depends of many things. But in fact, the Tycoon is limitless. So it's really about what we want to do with that.
Mm. And how did it change your life? Or what were you like before and what happened after you started doing Tachyon?
Yes. So there is different aspects in my life, but they all move in the same time. So first, my professional life moved, because so I decided to leave my oldest job, and to beginning to be a sort of promoter of this workshop experience, because I was really yes, I was really happy to discover that, and I was just not understanding why there is so many things who are really famous, but they are not so efficient. And this work was really efficient, but just knowing a few. So I decided to just becoming a promoter. So I opened my own company as a in an independent sales representative. So yes, I opened my company. I beginning to work in social media, because before I was not in social media. I didn't know anything about that.
Really?
I'm not a seller, I'm not a seller. I was really shy. I was not able to talk with people, to talk, yeah. And I don't know the term, but when you want to talk, but you stay stuck like this.
Yeah, stay silent. But you did
Yeah,
dance though. You said you did hip hop dancing.
yeah, yes.
That's
And
something you did well.
I did. Yes, I did hip hop, because I was a big lack of confidence, and the hip hop was a kind of you know, of carapace, something a barrier. And because it was a world of men, and before I was not really aware about what is a woman exactly. So I was really more, it was more easy for me to just stay hide in a world of men, and no one can really see me, you see.
Mhm.
So I was living that just only for this reason. So a part of this time, I decided to cut everything to leave my job of teacher, and I didn't feel the desire to dance again hip hop. I
Mm.
feel the desire to dance samba. to dance many other type of dance, more joyful and more in connection with my heart. So yes, it was really 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 different on this way. So I lose a lot of people around at this time because they there was really it was really difficult for them to stay with someone who don't want to stay in this area, you know, in this way
Right.
of thinking. And so it was like, okay, it was not a really break. It was really fluently, and I it's also changed my life with my family, with my husband. We changed our house. We decided to move in Scotland from France to Scotland.
Very good.
It's changed, yes. And so because it changed also my life, my financial life, because it changed my way of thinking about money. Because before that, I didn't earn money. I was not looking for earning money. It was not something useful for me. But yes, because I was thinking in a other condition. And now at this time is what just I was wake up like, okay, but I like traveling, but I need money for traveling. And I have my children and they want to do a lot of things. I need money for that too. And
Yeah.
it's like it was make another sense for me. And I find a way to create a new life for me. And it just takes few months, like in 1 month or 2 months, everything move and everything change. I becoming a sales representative just in 1 week. And
In one
I
week.
met a lot of money. Yeah, I met a lot of and yes, I earned a lot of money. I met a lot of people. It was like, okay, everything changed, but it was really fluently for me. It was really simple,
Hmm.
nothing strong and hard. It's like, okay, it's me. I can recognize myself even before I never do that. So it's really strange.
Interesting. So, but so do you? If you want to change something now that you know the technique, do you just sit down and meditate on it and just change right
uh,
away?
you talk about during the workshop or after
No,
or
after
both?
after now that you already know the Tachyon method.
Yeah. So it's not really a method. It's more about a download. You
Okay.
see, it's like, yeah, it's really like you are changing all the software of your own computer. So it's
Hmm.
not only the one application who is updated, it's all your software. So yes, after that you're just able to act differently. So you don't have to do a meditation for now. For example, when I want to cross over my belief or limitation, it's because I am living something that it doesn't suit me. So for example, maybe it will make sense for people who have children, but sometimes I have my children while shouting and shouting, and I would be becoming so crazy. I like, okay, no, it's not possible. I will kill them. Sorry, I will kill them. So you see. So before, for example, I was just making all is was possible for me. And after, when they are sleeping, I was taking time and close my eyes. I do meditation to understand what's happened for me. And yes, and everything. And I was able to find some quiet inside myself, and to be more motivated for after. But now, for example, with the tachyon, it's during they are shouting, I am in the same time working in a multidimensional dimension to get all the information in the same time for understand what's happening now. But
Okay.
it's not something difficult. It's something that it's really it's just because I decided to cross over this situation. So everything come and I realized, okay, what's happened for me? Oh, I am stressful. I am really stressful. And I have spread my stress to all my children, and it's inside their own system of thinking. So they are just playing with my thinking because they are children and they can do that easily. So so I am in this understanding at the time. So I decided to go straight to the point to delete the programmation of the reason of this stress. I delete
Hmm.
that, I reprogram everything, and it's because of the tachyon. It spreads the information in multidimensional dimension in the same time, and I just change my posture. I just change my yes, my energy and everything, and my children just becoming quiet right now, and we
Wow.
continue like everything, nothing happened. You see?
But this is not because you change them, it's because you change your reaction. With Tachyon, you're able to download the reaction that's calm,
Exactly.
and then they calm down, right?
Exactly. Is that because when you implement the tachyon in yourself, the tachyon, it's bringing information. So it's just answer to your action, your decision, and your action. So it's to allow us to stay in movement all time, all time, all time. So he will accelerate everything. But for example, if my children was beginning to shout, it's because tachyon accelerates everything that I was thinking at this time, but I was just in consciousness about my thinking. But because
Oh,
something happened, I am no, I don't want to leave that now. I am obligated to do a short work, but it's kind of work that before I was able to do that in 1 week, and now it's happened in 1 second during the time I am eating with my family. So for me,
oh,
I like it. I like it because yes, it's like the spontaneous way of human. We are all able to do that, but it's just because we forget it.
oh. Okay, so you think everybody can learn this? It's not a complicated method. But it's very interesting. You said also that that if you have something negative going on, it amplifies it. It makes it stronger. So it can be
Yeah.
dangerous as well.
Yeah, it's not dangerous, it's not risky, because during the workshop you don't experiment the risky path. You only experiment your path that he will help you to evolve, but you will be aware about the risky path. If you want to take it, you can, but it's not an advice that you will have during the workshop. But
Right.
for example, yes, it can accelerate everything bad or that we can call bad, but it's not a problem, because if you are just I don't know, scratching yourself in the wall, you are able to just change things now. You see, you don't have to wait few weeks or
Okay.
few months that something take its place, and sometimes we just realize that something's wrong, but the things was there since few weeks. But with the
Mm.
tachyon, when you see that, it's because it just happened. So it's allowed you to just not not spread a bad situation all around yourself, and during many times. So it's challenging, it's daring. So that's why also it's not for everybody, because not everybody is looking for this action. You see, it's like no one decided to become a samurai, for example. It's a kind of disposition. If you want that or you don't want that, it's more
Right.
about yeah,
Right.
it's more about a
But
disposition.
but you also need a lot of training to become a samurai, and this seems like it's very quick in 3 days. But then, are you saying that if you learn tachyon, but you can become lazy at applying it, and you become angry that okay, I'm using a hypothetical example. Let's say you go to the course and you feel great, but then you forget about it, and then you come home, you get angry, and maybe is that amplified because you already know tachyon?
Yes, possible. Yes.
Oh,
And because it's amplified, you are obligated to do something to change. And that's why the tachyon is powerful. It's because
oh,
it's
it should
obligated us
have
to change
warning. It should
every
have a
single
warning
time.
label.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a kind of emergency inside yourself, and you are obligated to find a way. The tachyon, it's for find new solution, uh, sometimes solution who didn't exist before, but you are obligated to create a new way to find your own exit. It's like yes, it's like a game, but not a hunger game, but something challenging like this. You
Hu-
feel?
Hunger game would be very challenging.
So there is no one to hunt but just yourself and all the things inside yourself.
Hmm.
So yes, it's more about that. So when you feel the emergency inside yourself, you have to hunt what happened for you and just change the programmation. And
Hmm.
you can do it by yourself. You're not obligated to go to see a specific person to do that, a practitioner or healer, or no. After the tachyon, uh, anyone who do that is just impossibility to do this work, this his own shifting every day, uh, yes, by himself. Not no need to ask help for that.
Right. So is this is not spiritual. This doesn't change your if you're Buddhist and you take Tachyon, it doesn't change your spiritual. You don't become enlightened because you're like, oh, let's change the programmation of the program of my soul and let's remove all the karma and become enlightened. It doesn't work that way, no?
No, 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 because the tachyon is a particle, is a conscious particle. So it's like this particle know you. It's know how what do you need to change for yourself. So for example, if you believe, or if your spiritual way is really adjust of yourself, it will just amplify all your connection with that.
Hmm.
But if, for example, you are in a wrong way for yourself, it will help you to just find your new direction. But it's really about you and you. Just the tech can help you to implement this modification by yourself quickly, just to
Okay.
not lose your time. You see?
Right. Well, what if you are confused about what to do? Sometimes I'm confused. Is what I'm doing is it right or is it this? So does it help you clear confusion and you be like, yeah, this is what I want to do and you go for it.
Exactly. And it's really the first point. The first point of the Taycan is because it's bringing information. It's allowed us to have um, a clear understanding of the situation and a different angle of understanding of a situation. So that's why you
Hmm.
are able to find a direction, to choose a direction. And the Taycan allowed us also to find the hurt way, if I can do that. You see, if I can say that, it's your heart who is the leader, who decided for yourself. But the fact is, humanity has lost the heart realm, and we are using our brain, and that's why we are confusing. When we are confusing, is because it's our brain who is leading, is our head, our mental, but it's not our heart, because our
Right.
heart got only two buttons, yes or no. Is only, simple way. So when we have some question like, oh, but maybe, oh, but it's because it's your head. So the tachyon change this possibility to just keep the heart in first, and the brain, the head, the mental is just helping the decision of the heart to make the things more easily, more simple, more
Right.
technical.
So so it's like it seems like you're able to go not from pain, but to remove and be more rational and remove all that cloud that's clouding the
Yeah,
judgment and able to be more clear
yeah.
and see this is the direction I want to go and this is not what I want to go to. Right?
Yeah, and that is a part of is really disturbing. For example, during the workshop, because we are experiencing the tachyon like a baby born who is swimming in the pool for the first time, you see, and you are just remember, okay, how I can swim in this pool, and at this time you are really able to, yes, to just find a new referential. You are obligated to, because there is no existence of emotion inside the
Hmm.
tachyon. And if you want to bring your emotion or your state of mind during you are working with the tachyon, it's specifically at this time that you can become crazy. Because you are using two opposite possibility, a big paradox. So things will be really locked, you see. But if you just choose, okay, I am working with the tachyon, I live the sphere, the space of emotion, state of mind,
Right.
everything, I live that. And it's help us to have a higher level of perception, that is not to becoming a robot. Because I have some people who are, but without emotion, are we a robot? No, we are not robots. We can just open new possibility of our mind. And people know that we are just using 10% of ours, or of our brain, but
That's what
it's
they
because
say.
they
Yeah.
don't know that.
Right. So does
Not
it,
only that.
right? Well, that's what they say, 10%. But is it can it become smarter? Can you like say, increase my IQ tachyon and change my brain to be more good for math, good for music, or whatever?
I think it's possible because I do a lot of experimentation for myself, and I follow all the people who already did, sorry, this workshop. And yes, it's helped for what you want to do, for what makes sense for you, for what you have to do also. You
Mm-hmm.
see, so for example, for me, it's helped me. Oh, I know that my English is not perfect, I know that, but 6 months ago I was really not able to speak in English like this.
Oh, that's the
So it's
impressive.
because yes, so I use that bit because I'm passionate about languages. So it was really helpful for me. But for example, I know other people who are working with the tachyon. It doesn't help them for the language, but in their life, they don't really need about languages. But for example, me in my job, I really need that because all these experiences began in France,
Yeah.
but now we're beginning to spread that for Anglophone people. So it's make only few months. Yes, until since the beginning of January. So that's why I was really motivated to improve my English and to be able to spread the information. So I know that I miss some vocabulary. It's not natural like French, but really, yes, I can send you some video of my English before.
Oh,
Maybe.
well, so I'm getting that this is not it's not about it's not like in the Matrix one is like downloading and then he's like, I know kung fu, Neo, in that movie. I don't know if you see, have you seen the Matrix?
That is kind of. Yes,
Is it?
I see. Yeah, it's many
But
times.
yeah, me too. But Tachyon is
It's
not
a kind
about,
of, yes.
but it's about downloading knowledge like directly, or like when you learn English, are you downloading the whole book, or you have to like actually you have to go out and practice what's in the book?
Yes, I think it's both because you can download and you can really have a lot of information. But just because our body, our physical brain is not able to let through it at the speed that than the tachyon, we have yes, we have to improve, we have to use it to be more efficient step by step. But it's just because our body is not ready for this level of speed.
Oh, I see. Maybe, so this means that maybe in the future humans will be able to learn like this, just download the whole book and be like, yeah, I know kung fu, and then the other guys like, show
I
me.
think yes, but I think really because I think maybe it depends a lot of things. It's funny that you take the example of kung fu because I did, and but because
So
I
so
was a
yeah,
dancer,
I couldn't
for me,
hear. You did what? Sorry, you did with kung fu, or you did with
I
dancing?
did I did kung fu.
Oh, you did kung fu. Okay.
Both. I did kung fu. Yes, I did kung fu, but when I was learning for the first time, I was with people who are professional of kung fu, and in 1 month, I was able to do a lot of things that many people was not able to do. But just there was, but you already did kung fu. I was no. But yes, I was led through by the Tachyon. But in the same time, I realized that I was a dancer, and for me, it was also movements, only movements. So really easy to understand what
Right.
is it. So I think there is a lot of way to learning things, and for me, it's through by dance, and just the Tachyon allowed me to do it more faster, more easier. But it's because we already have a lot of different way to learn something, and the Tachyon just help us to open our perspective, not stay stuck in the one way. You see, to stay really in control. No, let through the control, let go of the control, and just follow the way that the tachyon drop you. And this is beginning to, yes, it's the beginning of fun, I think.
Mm. And when you know exactly, like when we were talking before earlier about knowing the direction, I don't know. Do you know that movie, like on Blue, like the Big Blue with Luc Besson,
Not sure. Yes.
about the diver, Jacques Meyer or something like deep divers that go into the water. Do you know that movie?
Yes.
You know
Yes,
the
I know. Yes.
there's that character Enzo in the movie, and he said, in Italy we have a saying, and his brother didn't know the words, and he said, you just go. He said, you just go, and
Yeah.
it seems like Tachyon is like something like this. Is like it seems like it's all the obstacles that you have. It removes, and then you can be able to go to what you want in life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, what you want, or what you, yes, what makes sense about what you have to do also, because sometimes we want to do a lot of things, but we don't have to do a lot of things.
Right.
So it's help us to find our own direction also, because me before, I was interested about many things,
Me
but what I
too.
have to
That's
do
my
now,
problem.
yes,
That's my problem. So many things I want to do.
yeah. So we can, of course we can do a lot of things in the same time, but it's important just to learn how we can put our focus, and not in 100%, but sometimes with the tachyon you can put maybe 500% on what you do, and 100% on what you do around that. So yes, it's like you have 10 arms in the same time. So it's, yes,
Wow.
it's really cool.
So you said this training is now online?
Now, yes, because of the COVID, is beginning online, and it would stay online, I think, this year. But if we can have a workshop in person, maybe after summer, or we will do it. But for now, it's, yeah, we have any information, concrete information about the
Right.
situation, so we organize it online.
Maybe with Tachyon you can, if you have the virus, you can change and don't have the COVID anymore.
I I think that with the tachyon you can definitely change your health, because I did for myself, I did for my children also, when they got some virus, and it's just
Hmm.
they stay sick like just 1 day or 2 day, and after it's down. Um, but because it's something that everybody can do, we are all healer. It's a natural part of human. So just tachyon is just it just help us to improve it now, you see, to because
Hmm.
we are not staying stuck in that. Oh no, it's not possible, human can't do that. No, it's this limitations gone, so you are just able to do that
Okay.
naturally. But for example, it's interesting about a situation like the COVID, because I think that it's possible to change things considerably with the tachyon, but I can't do that, for example, alone. If I change things about the COVID, it will be changing for myself.
Yeah.
But I think that if we are many people, we can definitely change things,
Right.
because every realms, all the realms, the real realms of our world are existing at the level of the tachyon, and at the level of the ether, and at the level of the plasma, before arriving in the density and be spread inside the quantum energy vibration frequency. And that's why it's really important to be aware about what happened outside the density, because it's influencing all the world we are created and living here. But people are not really aware about that, because there is nothing writing somewhere about that. But for sure, some people know that, because they are mastering, they are influencing the world that we are living with that. So now it's our turn. We have to know that, and we have to use it and change all the situation. But
Mm.
that's the point. It's because it's really daring, because all the mechanic of our world is supported by this, yes, by these spaces. And I know that there is some people, like people who are driving the world and they're driving the government and everything. They know that, and they use that to influence people.
Wait,
So that's
they
why,
use they use tachyon or they use fear or something. What did you say?
yes, I think that they are really aware about the tachyon, and aware also about the ether, because the ether is the space where are throwing all our thinking. It's like a big road, big traffic jam of all our thinking, our personal thinking, and
Mm-hmm.
the collective and general thinking. And in the ether, they can implement everything. They can implement ID, they can implement way of thinking, they can implement belief, everything. And all our
Mm.
world is creating at this level. But we are just receiving this information at the level of energy. So we can't change the realms of that. We can just go out of one box and one box and one box, but it's limitless. But now at the level of the ether, for example, we can just totally deletes all the programmation of what the society did since many century or millennia.
Right.
Sorry,
So is that higher ether is higher than tachyon?
it's not higher. It's different, because it's more about mm, the workshop is higher for sure, because it makes 5 days. And it was the first time when I did the either workshop. It was the first time that I was thinking that I will not able to do the 5 days entire.
So
I,
so this is another
I was,
workshop. So it's
yes,
tachyon, but also
yes,
ether. Okay.
yes. Second, ether, and then plasma. And
Okay.
yes, ether is just different ether, because it's beginning to be closer that we are living, that what we are living here.
Oh.
That's why it's more challenging again.
So tachyon is actually the highest level where you can change things, and then these ether and then plasma, right?
Yes,
Okay.
tachyon is tachyon is a place where the information is created. Um, then
Hmm.
the information through by the ether, and then the information go inside the plasma, and the plasma is the fourth state of the matter. And it's the place that the information take his shape
Hmm.
before going to the materialization.
Is it
So
like
yes,
is it like etheric brain, etheric body? Is that either? Is that either as well? Like on the
what?
etheric plane, is that also like the etheric body, or is that something else?
No, it's not the same. It's not the same,
Hmm.
because it's like plasma. Plasma can be used in another way also. There is also physical plasma, because they use
Right.
plasma
Yeah,
for
yeah. TV.
for yeah for the health, in the hospital. And there is plasma inside the fruits, inside vegetables. So it just there is many states, many level of plasma, and many level of ether also.
Mm.
So when we're talking about etherical bodies, not in real is not about ether. It's etherical body is like of our energetic bodies. inside a density. So it's not exactly the same things.
Okay. How many people have graduated this like Therion workshop or whatever you call the three-day thing, the course?
Yes, until now there is approximately 230
Oh,
people.
so not that many.
Yeah. No, 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 no. 3 years, and by workshop, it's each workshop allowed between 5 or 10 people.
Oh,
So
okay.
and there is not workshop every day or every week. No, it's sometimes it's one per month. Now it's one per month, but before it was once each 3 months. So
Interesting.
that's why.
So this is now it's in French and English, right? Two languages.
Yes, there is 1 month in English, 1 month in French.
Okay. So you still have a lot of
Yeah.
languages, other languages. So you have Spanish, Chinese, you
Yes,
have so many different ones.
yes, yes, and that. It's just because a lot of people are talking in English, so Chinese people can join a workshop in English. But of course, if there is some people who are not really, yes, it's not easily for them to speak in English. We can do a workshop in all languages. A part of time that there is a minimum of people. For example, if there is 5, 6, or 7 people. Come from Denmark or Germany, we can do a workshop just in German, for
Hmm.
example.
And what is the
With
cost?
translator, of course.
What? Sorry?
Yeah, I say with the translator, of course. We
Oh
will
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
learning the German in the
Right. So what is the cost of Tachyon workshop?
the Taken workshop. So in euros, it's 2040 euros. It's for the 3 days of workshop and the 2 individual session after the workshop. Because after the workshop, people need sometimes just to have some advice, to understand what happened for them, to understand what is work, what is doesn't work, what they have to change, what they are forget about the workshop, and they have to integrate it. So just to have a big checkpoint and to be sure that people are really in evolution with that.
Hmm. That's interesting. It's just yeah, 2000. That's quite a bit. Maybe someday I'll take it because I'm really interested in this. I think it's a really interesting thing that you guys started. So let's.
Yes, and it's that's why that I choose to talk about that, because I looking for in other place, and I don't find someone who is sharing this knowledge and this possibility. So it's definitely pioneering. So we know that there is a lot of people who are disagree with that, because they want that the tachyon will be proved by science to be sure. But there is so many things we are not proving but science. But at the same time, science is using that, like the NASA using that. That's some military, higher military level using that. So it's just not really sharing, and
Yeah, it's maybe
that's why.
behind closed doors. It's a secret project, that they may be experimenting, but not telling anybody. Yeah, that's a big problem
Yeah.
because I've had other guests that told me other government programs like remote viewing and things like that that the government still doesn't confess of using. So it's a lot of things like that. But this seems very promising if what you're saying is true, and I have no reason to doubt you. And but this is strange. Only 300 people. Wow, that's very small actually. Wow, this is.
Yes.
But is there a reason why there's only 10 people in a workshop? Does it have to be small? Is it better this way?
Yes, because so there is one person, only one person who is animated the workshop, and he really want to share things like in a customized way, because each person will touch his own link with the particle and will traveling his own shifting with the particle. So it's not possible for him to be totally professional and to uh, performant. I don't
Yeah.
know if I can, yeah.
Perform.
If there is a lot of people, yeah, performer, so he know his limits of that. He want to stay really perfect with people, so he allowed for now 10 people. In few months he will be able to work with 15 people, but when it will be open, he will share the information. But at the beginning, he beginning with 6 people, because at the beginning he was able to be really performer with 6 people, and with the time he himself beginning more and more and more performer with that. So now it's 10 people, and in few time it will be 15 people. And
Hmm.
he hope that one day he will be able to have another person who can do that. But for now, he's just the beginning. So people are have to experiencing that, and maybe there is a new genius who will arrive and say, okay, I'm ready. I want to spread that also. I want to learn how to share it. But for now, it's not happened.
Yeah, maybe it will be you. Who knows? Maybe, but you need more
Yes. Oh,
training.
not for
You need
now,
more
but
training, yeah.
yes. Yes, but it's really demanding. Also, because my job is to spread this information, and also as my identity of agent, it's daring. It's really daring, and I know that it's really 1% daring for the man who is really doing the workshop. And for sure, for now, I don't want to live what he's living to be able to do that. People can't imagine how much he's demanding for himself inside his life, to stay in health, to stay in good condition, to stay with a higher perception all time. Everything happened, the COVID, everything. So there is a lot of many distractions. So
Yeah.
yes, it's not everybody who is destined to do that. So maybe one day I will find that, okay, I want to do that, but it's not now.
But so that's interesting because even though you're working with a tachyon particle, there's a sense that I'm getting that there is, even though you're working with the particle, there's a sense of destiny. Some people are destined to become something, and no matter what you do, they will end up in that place. Or and another thing, if you go for something that you're maybe not destined to become, but you try and try, but you fail and fail, it's a sense of destiny that you don't arrive there because it's not meant for you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, there is a kind of, and I think that is more complicated of that, but and it's also another conversation, because
Right.
a part of that, it's about my opinion. But yes, I think that we are all here for a reason, even if it's joy, okay, even if it's just to enjoy. But sometimes it's also to change things, to change a specific paradigm, or to improve a specific skills. And the fact is that we don't have one mission. I don't believe about we have a life mission. I think that we have a lot of life mission, and just when we down it, we have a new one. But
Oh,
because we are just confused about one life mission, but no, no,
right.
no, no, no,
Like a
there is not one
quest.
life.
Like a quest. In
Yeah,
video games, they call it a quest.
exactly,
In
exactly. And sometimes you have a quest of one day.
okay, but yeah,
And
it's
with the tachyon, it's several per day.
sorry, can you repeat again?
And yet, I said that with the tachyon, sometimes it's several quests per day.
Oh my
It
god.
depends who you are, but it could happen.
That
Yes,
seems stressful
it's
now.
clear.
um, so, Alyssa, is there anything else that you would like my audience to know about this download of Tachyon?
No, I think that I can imagine that people have a lot of question about that. So just don't hesitate to contact me to ask you all your question. I have my profile on Facebook, on Instagram, and I am aware about the message. So I can, yes, I can take time just to exchange a few, because I can imagine that it's not in 1 hour like this that we can talk about everything, about all the possibility of the tachyon. There is many things to do, but more things to experiment for sure. Our brain is not building to understand what's happened at the level of the tachyon, so we can talk about that. But the better way is really experiment it, and doing his own abilities with that, his own perception with that, and it's totally different. Each person got his own experience with that.
Yeah, yeah, I think, yeah, it's one of those things where it seems very promising, but until you actually experience it, you don't really know. Like you already know because you experience it and use it on a daily basis, I imagine, but other people don't.
Exactly.
And if only 300 people in the world know about this, then this is very new. So it's going to continue to
Yeah.
develop, and there'll be more discoveries, maybe, and so forth.
Yes. Yes, exactly. It's just the beginning. It's a kind of big adventure. And so every people who are pioneering and who love the beginning of something is really the perfect time to join that.
Cool. All right. Well, it was my pleasure, Laïssa, to have you on the podcast. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, everybody, for listening or watching the podcast.